The Battle of the Kings, the Punjab Kings won an all-important toss. They put CSK into bat. After losing 3 wickets, it was Sam Curran that made the difference. 88 runs for him, the highest individual score for CSK this season before Yuzvendra Chahal turned it around. A second hat-trick for him in the Tata IPL when it came to the chase. A 50 for Prabhsimran Singh and a captain's knock from Shreyas Iyer. Things got a little nervy towards the end, but Punjab Kings held their nerve and won this game by 4 wickets with 2 balls remaining. And what does that mean for the men in yellow? They become the first team to be officially knocked out from the playoffs race. As we welcome you back to Cool Fans Match Centre Live, powered by SBI. We've got Finchy as well as Varun Aaron with us for this. Finchy, how disappointed must the fans and the franchise be? This is a legacy team that has lifted the IPL trophy 5 times, made it to multiple playoffs, and to actually be performing this way. 5 consecutive defeats at home.
Yeah, this season that seems like they get themselves into some decent positions, but then they just don't have that kick to go on and win the match. And that's so frustrating when you're involved in a team environment like that, because you feel as though you're doing a lot right, but you just can't get that final piece of the puzzle to really bring it all together. And like MS Dhoni said there, he felt as though their batting was pretty good, could have been better. They played a few balls, they left a few balls on the table at the end there, obviously losing a heap of wickets for not many runs right towards the end. With the bowling, they just couldn't get back-to-back wickets. It's the hardest thing in the game, is to get power play wickets, and they generate so much momentum in your side and give you a huge energy boost going into those middle overs, and they just couldn't get it. I did say at the halfway mark that there was barely any dew. I can tell you now that there's a lot of dew on the field, so it come in really heavy, really late, which then obviously helped the wicket slide on and become better for batting.
Is it just about the combination not clicking for them? Where did it all go wrong for them? Let's just talk about this game in particular, Varun.
Look, I think bad form has plagued the entire team, especially the bowling unit. When we talk about Pathirana, CSK really depended on Pathirana to get them those wickets at the back end, at least defense scores, but Pathirana has been completely off the boil. He's changed his action a little bit. He's not getting his Yorkers on point. A lot of extras, 31 extras in this whole tournament. That's a lot from a frontline bowler. And then with their batting, they just don't have that impetus in the middle. Yes, Brevis has come in. He's provided them some kind of high octane fuel in the middle, but before that they were completely missing it. And I think they have to go back to the drawing board, have to go back and see where they went wrong in the auction, because they don't have somebody like a Tristan Stubbs or even like a Tim David to finish off innings at the bottom. Yes, MS Dhoni is there, but you can't depend on MS Dhoni for all these years, 18 years.
And especially in the last couple of press conferences, you hear Michael Hussey and Stephen Fleming admit to the fact that they may have made a few mistakes at the auction table, and they'll also have to start looking for fresh and promising talent. Do you think that's where they went wrong, Finchy?
Oh, there would be a bit of that, no doubt. And if they're admitting it themselves, then obviously that they need to go back to the drawing board. But like Varun mentioned earlier, I can't believe that Nathan Ellis hasn't been playing regularly in this side. He's somebody who can bowl in all 3 phases of the game. We've seen Pathirana go around the park consistently throughout this tournament and hasn't been executing like he has in the past. So Nathan Ellis is a world-class bowler, so I find that really strange that he hasn't made his way into that 11. Just the lack of impetus towards the back end of the innings as well, like Varun said. Their ability to finish off innings. You add an extra 20 runs on today and it becomes a really difficult chase. I thought they did have enough runs until the heavy dew come in right towards the back end, but overall their fielding's been poor. They've just let some catches slip today, and that just makes a huge difference. It always puts you on the back foot. It means that you have to almost play the perfect game to be able to defend totals or even chase them down.
Also, Bhavna, I think with Sam Curran, and I'm not saying this because he's just got a lot of runs and he's bowled decently well, but from the beginning I thought Sam Curran was that one player who could give them balance, especially at the Chepauk. He could bowl the slow balls, get them off to a good start as well if their openers didn't really settle in, which they never did. And they played around with the selection too much, dropped him after the second game, brought him in for 1 game, then dropped him again, and then he comes in today. I think Sam Curran going ahead would be a really important part of the franchise, but they didn't get his selection right this year.
And that's very un-CSK-like. They're usually a unit that does not chop and change, but they've used 21 players so far. They've experimented with every single overseas combination and player that they have with them. So obviously they were trying to dig deep when things got a little desperate for them, Finchie.
Yeah, it's just reality of when you don't win matches, you have to chop and change to find the right combination that works for you. The fact that they, over the years, have made this their absolute fortress at home, and they haven't been able to do that this year, that says a lot about where they're going wrong as well. So, I mean, you look at the side that they've assembled. They've picked a side that can win at this ground. I mean, you look at Dev Conway, you look at Rachin Ravindra, Gaikwad, they're built to win games at home. They're not a team that would score 240 compared to someone like Sunrisers, and then they've got a heap of spinners. So the fact that they probably haven't been dominating at home is really, really difficult to understand for them.